Good morning everybody and welcome to my channel, The Nell B Life. I'm Nelson and today I'm here with my special VIP person, my wife Felice. We're up in the mountains and it's another day of adventure. We're going to do waterfalls tours along the North Carolina NC Highway 64. I've been here before, but it's been several years. I'm excited about what lies ahead of us. Looking forward to it. So I hope you'll choose to stay tuned and check out some of the scenes and adventure that we'll undertake today. So be in touch. Thank you. So this is the main parking lot for the High Falls Loop Trail that'll lead down to the falls. This is a visitor center where they have restrooms. They have an attendant inside of the visitor center, and this is the main trail that we're about to start. So our first stop, we're going to go down to High Falls Loop. Come on, let's see what's in store. One good thing about it is it's a nice shaded trail. The sun is up. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We're starting our hike. It's 76 degrees. The humidity is very low. It's very peaceful. So let's continue our trek. So far, we walked from the access parking lot for High Falls. We've come to the first decision point of whether to go on up further to the covered bridge, which is a trail this way, or we can go down hill towards the middle and bottom of the falls. So of course, we're going to go to the top first, and then we'll come downhill and go to the bottom. So stay tuned. Again, the good fortune is that it is a nice shaded tree covered trail, very well marked, and the gravel is hard packed, so it's an easy walk, I would say, to this point. Here we go. All right. So we're getting closer and closer, starting to hear the waterfall in clear ears sound. So that's telling us we're getting closer. I can actually start to feel a little bit of the mist in the air, which is a very refreshing sensation since it's a nice sunny day. But I'm sure I'm appreciating this shade. So far, so good. I'll be tuning back in as we get closer and closer. All right, we've made it to the covered bridge. It's a beautiful, iconic, wide covered bridge, and we're right on the top of the High Falls. So let's go take a look. Look at these trusses. And this is well constructed. So this is a view from the top of Hwy Falls. You can certainly hear and see how the water has picked up as it's approaching the falls. So I'll be excited to show you the actual falls when we walk around to that side. It's just calm before the storm. And we're following the sounds of running water. We just descended a steep decline. I'll show you, probably won't pick up. But there's a nice steep decline headed down to the river. So we won't think about the return at this point. We'll just continue to follow the trail. As my wife slips and about to roll down the hill.
Real life.
Yes, it keeps it real. So here's the first little, the leaves are blocking, but there's a little indication of the waterfall. I'm sure it'll be worth our effort. Another glimpse. Okay, we've made it. Hwy Falls. Now that's the place to be on a hot day. The beautiful Hwy Falls, one of 3 main waterfalls in DuPont State Park. I think there are 5 in total, but this is one of the largest, if not the largest. And the base of the falls. There's a trail that follows the borders of the river, across some stepping stones. This is the easier way to go. Okay, well, Hwy Falls was incredible. We went from the top where the covered bridge is down to the base. As I stood in the sprays of the waterfall, it was well worth the effort and the energy. It's a moderate trail, of course. On the way to the base, we were all downhill. So now we'll probably have the joys of walking back uphill. But again, it was well worth the effort. Please continue to watch. So we did Hwy Falls, and now we're on our way to the second stop, which is Triple Falls. I think this is the highest waterfall in DuPont State Forest, so looking forward to seeing it. I can hear it in the background. It's calling our name. So let's check it out. All right, so this is Triple Falls, and these are the 100 steps down to the base of the first falls. There are 3 different sections to this falls. 100 steps down, 200 steps back up. But I'm seeing people that I saw at the other falls, so I'm going to give it a try. Hope it's working. Well, here's a look back up. And at this point, we've committed, so might as well go all the way. No turning back now. That's what I can see. Well, you can see all 3 falls from here. Okay, let's check it out. Wow, so we visited 2 of the 3 waterfalls we had planned. We saw Hwy Falls and Triple Falls, which were beautiful waterfalls. We hiked about 4.5 miles, and we're going to bypass Hooker Falls this trip. The Call of the Wild is calling us. We're going to make our way over to the next stop. So tune in, there's still more to come. Off to a great start. So we're right off of Highway 215, and we're making our way over to the Living Waters Ministries waterfalls. There are 2 waterfalls side by side, twin falls, and each has its own name, which I'll tell you what they are later. But in the meantime, we're going to navigate this trail to get down, and I'll be back in once we're waterside. Jesus, hello.
It's okay. This is beautiful, and there is a trail that goes this way. I don't even think it's a quarter of a mile. It's amazing at the bottom.
Wow, I haven't
Now we're
seen
in the
that one
water, so
before.
there's part of it's the sliding rock that you couldn't get into.
There's a big giant
Like you pass a little cave.
Really?
And there's scripture. Look at the little plaque up there. See the scripture there?
Yes,
It's amazing.
it is so beautiful.
So you really have to see this, but you also have to see this.
Well, we're going to do that. Thank you. It's such great recommendation. Thank you very much. The story is, I'll tell you that later. Let's check it out. So there's a trail that leads to a third waterfall. So I'm making my way there. It came as a highly recommended and worth the travel to get here to check it out. So let's see what we have in store. This is the third waterfall. Haven't seen this before. Very pretty. The water channels into this narrow opening, and then it tumbles over the waterfall. So we spent all day trekking waterfalls, up one hill, down the other, climbing over rocks, in the sprays, and now we are off the road and we are ready for dinner. And this Asian buffet restaurant was very highly rated, so this is where we are for dinner tonight. Birthday dinner, and it looks good. Questioned a couple of people on the way out, and they said it was delicious. So I think, judging on appearance, that they're going to be correct. So I will let you know. The true test is in the taste. A sushi bar. All right. Okay, so we just finished our dinner at the Asian King restaurant. It's a buffet bar. It's very clean inside. We had a nice selection of food, so I'm going to give you to the expert and let her give her opinion first, and then I'll give mine. So what do you think, hon?
So on a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being, oh my gosh, this was the best, and 0 being, oh my goodness, it was the worst, I'm going to give it a 4. The food was okay. It wasn't that great to me. I did like the frog legs, and I did like the pork, and that was about it. And I did like the guava candy that they give you at the end when you pay. So unfortunately, this wasn't a real good choice for me. I didn't like it that much.
Okay. All right. Well, there's an honest opinion just given. My opinion is I give it a 5. What I chose to select was good. It was tasty. I had mostly seafood. Then I followed that up with a little bit of fried rice and noodles, with the sesame seed chicken, the broccoli chicken, with that. So wish it had a little bit larger selection, but as far as what I chose, I thought it was good. Particularly I like the frog legs. That was very tasty and meaty.
Yeah.
I like the fact that that was the case as well. So anyway, we're in Franklin, North Carolina, the Asian King. So if you're up here, you can check it out and give your opinion. I thought the prices also were reasonable, but very good. All right, thanks for watching.
Guava candy.
I'm currently on day 2 of my waterfall chasing adventure. We're on Highway 64. And we are coming upon this waterfall. I'm gonna have to look up the name of it, but it is a beautiful waterfall. We're standing beside the roadside, so I want you to take a look and tell me what you think. It's another waterfall. It looks like it could be 20 feet tall. It's 3 sections. It's a beautiful waterway right off Highway 64. I was just going by and heard it and pulled over. And this is just a wonderful, glorious scene. Look, it flows down to larger waterfalls that we saw earlier. Okay, so we've made it to Dry Falls. This is one of the larger waterfalls along this corridor of Highway 64. It's a beautiful falls. It's right off of the roadway. And the cool thing about this is that there's a pathway that leads to behind the waterfall where that you can walk underneath and not be in the pour down of the falls. As you get closer, you get a lot louder, but it's one of the wonderful sights that we'll see along this route for us. What do you think, hon? Get in here. You've been here before?
It's beautiful here, and I'm so glad that we're getting to see it again for Nelson's birthday. He loves waterfalls.
All right, so let's get closer. One of the nice things about going to see Dry Falls is that it's wheelchair accessible overview. So I'm gonna walk down here and show you the vantage point from this platform. And it's gorgeous. Look at that. Very, very nice. So right along the roadside, we're still on Highway 64 in the Nantahala Forest is Bridal Falls. And this is Bridal Falls. The water cascades down the rock slide and there. So as you're heading east on Highway 64, still in the Nantahala Gorge for us. Right at the Highlands sign, as you're about to cross over the bridge, there's this dam that has a spillover. And there's a pull-off that you can park, and I'm walking down to the water level. So let's take a look, see how it looks once we get down here.